Hi and welcome. Let's be real for a minute. Is your mind an exhausting place to be sometimes? You know what I'm talking about. That one negative thought that always plays on a loop. Maybe it's a mistake you made at work, an awkward conversation, or just a general feeling of anxiety you can't shake. It feels like your brain has been hijacked. I want to share with you today a 2,000-year-old hack for overthinking. A simple 3-point filter. That filter is an incredibly powerful tool. My promise to you is that by the end of this video, you won't just have a mental trick. You'll have a spiritual framework for guarding your mind and finding a peace that honestly doesn't always make sense. We're going to do this by diving into one of the most practical chapters in the entire Bible, Philippians chapter 4. Now, before we even look at the verse, we have to understand who wrote it and why. Because if we don't, it just feels like a nice quote on a coffee mug. The man who wrote this, the Apostle Paul, wasn't writing from a vacation home. He wasn't writing from the beach. He was on house arrest, chained to a Roman guard. Think about that. This is a man whose entire life was one storm after another. Shipwrecks, beatings, betrayals. Yet, he's writing a letter about joy and peace. That should get our attention. His peace wasn't based on his circumstances being good. His peace was based on his God being in control. And the people he was writing to in Philippi, they were anxious too. There were a small group of believers in a Roman city facing pressure and persecution. So this letter isn't abstract theology. It's a practical, urgent guide from someone in the trenches to people who are also in the trenches. It's for you and me. Okay, let's get to the core of the framework. This is the verse that our hack was based on. Philippians 4, verse 8. Paul writes, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." This isn't just positive thinking. This is a strategic, proactive filter for your mind. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing your focus. Let's break this down into 3 specific nuggets, 3 nuggets of truth you can use to filter your reality. Nugget number 1, the reality check. The first question you have to ask when a thought enters your mind is this actually true? Overthinking is often fueled by lies we tell ourselves. You make one small mistake at work, and the thought that loops is, I'm going to get fired. But is that true? No, the truth is, I made a mistake and I can learn from it. Thinking on what is true means rejecting exaggeration and catastrophizing. Here is nugget number 2, the quality check. Think of your mind like a garden. You can't stop weeds from trying to grow, but you can decide not to water them. What are you consuming? Is the social media feed you're scrolling through lovely? Is the gossip you're listening to admirable? This isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. You are guarding the soil of your mind because what you plant in it will grow. And here's nugget number 3, the proactive choice. This is the most powerful part. It's not just about blocking the bad. It's about seeking out the good. Paul is saying to actively go on a hunt for things that are excellent and praiseworthy. This is the practice of gratitude. When you're stuck in the loop of what's wrong, you can break it by intentionally focusing on what's right. Who is one person you can praise God for today? What is one beautiful thing you saw on your way to work? You are actively changing a channel in your brain. Now, here's the secret, the part that makes this whole thing actually work. Verse 8 is the what to do. But the verses right before it are the how to do it. Look at verses 6 and 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God will guard your hearts and your minds. Did you catch that? Before Paul tells us what to think about, he tells us what to do with our anxiety. Pray. Prayer is the mechanism that activates the peace of God to stand guard over your mind. The filter of verse 8 is the strategy, but prayer is the power that makes it work. You hand your worries over to God, and in exchange, he posts a guard at the gate of your mind. And then he closes it out in verse 9. Put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. It's a promise. This isn't just an intellectual exercise, it's a spiritual discipline. It's a habit you have to build. So, that is the system. Pray first. Verse 6 to 7, handing your anxieties to God. Think intentionally. Verse 8, using the 3 nuggets we just discussed. And practice consistently. Verse 9, making it a habit. Here is just chicken nuggets for the week. The one thing I want you to hold on to. Every time you catch yourself overthinking, do 2 things. First, pause and say a simple prayer. God, take this worry. Second, find one thing around you that is lovely or praiseworthy and focus on that for just 60 seconds. You are retraining your brain to rely on God's peace instead of your own panic. It may not work immediately because changing habits takes time, but if you keep at it, it will work. If this video helped you, please hit that like and button and subscribe. It tells your algorithm that this message is valuable and helps it to reach more people who might be struggling. And I'd love for you to leave a comment below with one true or lovely thing you're going to focus on this week. Let's bring each other some good news. Go and operate with purpose today.